say, but want to carry on. For instance, and I'll carry on with the analogy, they want to go back to where it was and carry on hunting and abusing wild animals for sport. The reality is, the law was changed, and the law was changed through a democracy, through argument, and through making your point in imaginative, intelligent, and forceful ways. And I see a lot of analogies here with the approach that was taken in that way to changing that law. And you know one of the most pleasant things, there are many pleasant things about seeing the end to hunting in this country, but it was that the certain members of the establishment who always thought that it would never change, suddenly they are the ones who will be criminalised if they carry on in that way. So be in no doubt whatsoever, one of the ways of working and achieving your objectives is the long-term way, the careful, patient way of changing the law, and it can happen. Win hearts and minds. And suddenly, and I say this with my tongue firmly in cheek, quite significant of the establishment, and they're on the fringes. A bizarre thought, perhaps, I don't know what that sort of stuff could be. The other, of course, more short-term way is to work and use the law to its best effect, as we did in the months leading up to Christmas in the High Court. The work that you were doing, hopefully, was supplemented by the work that we were doing in court to ensure that legal process and due legal process was initiated. I always said that you must remain within the law, but I also said that those of the organisations who want to see you elsewhere must also behave within the law. And by taking that line, it meant that you were here from October to January. Even February. So again, using the tools that are there at your disposal are important. Very briefly, use the health and safety legislation. Understand the health and safety legislation. So when certain people accuse you of breaching the health and safety regulations, you know it, like we did, better than them. And some people often hear me saying that. Understand the law. Use the law. Don't make the law a tool of your opponents. Make the law a tool for you. The law is not the sole domain of your opponents. It is yours as well. And use it. Use your knowledge and your developed knowledge of legally countering injunctions within proper legal procedure. Understand the process. Understand, for instance, the process of private prosecutions, something perhaps we may consider in the future. Don't forget, you as citizens have a right to privately prosecute those who commit criminal offences if the police or the Crown Prosecution Service choose not to. Be aware of your